Jokes. We're going way too far with them today.
Ever since the Titanic collapse between Michael Bay and Derek Savage, the perpetual clash between their greatest creations has constantly raged on. And today, we finally put the nail in that coffin.
The final battle between Michael Bay and Derek Savage, the one that no one asked for, is here.
Optimus Prime, the heroic leader of the Autobots from the live-action film continuity.
And Cool Cat, the heroic savior of kids from the Savageverse.
He's powers and I'm not boomstick!
And it's our job to analyze their critical success, gross domestic box office, and special effects to find out who would win a not-death battle. Before time began, there was the Cube. Its origins unknown, its purpose never stated, and its abilities miraculous.
And so began a war. As the Cube brought life to a dormant planet of metal, two factions of autonomous robotic organisms rose up to take the cubes for themselves. The heroic Autobots and the evil Decepticons.
As the war took them across the stars, they eventually landed on the planet of Earth. The Autobots' small remains fighting as hard as possible to keep the universe safe from the tyranny of the Decepticons. And the leader of those Autobots was Optimus Prime.
Standing officially at 28 feet tall and weighing 4.3 metric tons, Optimus Prime is one of the most skilled fighters and leaders of the Great War, wielding an immense arsenal of weapons and millennia of experience.
As a Cybertronian, Optimus Prime possesses the ability to scan vehicles and alter the shapes of his metallic body so he can take their form.
In Optimus' case, he transforms into a 1992 Peterbilt 379, or a Freightliner WFT, or a Western Star 5700 OP concept truck, or, okay, it turns into a lot of trucks, alright?
Each capable of driving at speeds that you'd expect of a truck, and capable of blending into most general road environments. The most important one of them, however, is the Peterbilt, as it carries with it a large trailer that holds many of Optimus Prime's weapons.
Optimus Prime normally carries around his powerful barrage cannon, a handheld blaster that can send other Cybertronians flying in a single shot, and he stores many more weapons of similar power than that trailer, such as a similar ion cannon.
Even without it though, Optimus has no shortage of built-in weaponry, primarily melee ones powered by a quantum electric generator that heats them all to a temperature of 1,000 degrees Celsius. You fucking Americanos. These weapons include two large blades that can replace his hands, and two hooks usable for ripping faces in half.
He does that a lot. He doesn't like faces.
To supplement these weapons, his trailer contains a shield and an axe to be used on demand, and that trailer has some extra utility on its own.
After discarding his previous flight pack made of another robot's smoldering suicided corpse, yeah, he put that technology into his new mech tech flight pack, giving him flight.
Something that was later made redundant by these fate rockets that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
What can you do? Fate rockets, as said, that came as a result of acquiring his last major weapon, a knightly longsword acquired from Lockdown's ship. Why did Lockdown have a longsword randomly on board? Fuck you. Maybe he collects swords. How the fuck would I know? Probably the Americanos!
But the most powerful item in Prime's arsenal is the Matrix of Leadership.
It's so powerful it can vanish from the last two films with no explanation.
No, Wiz.
Alright. Also can bring people back to life, including himself. But you know, since it vanished, it can no longer bring people back to life.
No, Wiz.
Right, sorry. The Matrix of Leadership is an artifact used by the Primes to power the Sun Harvester, because that's what I associate with leadership, and it can be only wielded by those who prove themselves worthy of them.
And Optimus Prime acquired it after Sam and Wiki proved himself worthy. And the Fallen also used it.
Haster, just do it! Mean guy, and that villain's so lame even Michael Bay hates him. Good times.
With his wide arsenal, Optimus Prime has torn through countless Decepticons. Literally.
Optimus Prime has heroically, brutally murdered the likes of Bone Crusher, Demolisher, Shockwave, that one human being in Age of Extinction whose name's like Jim or something, I don't know, Lockdown, Infernocus, and of course, Megatron himself.
He ran the airlock that one time too!
Sus! Yeah, and there was also that time he got killed by Sam.
And that time he just walked out of the movie.
Okay, he's maybe a little smarter than I give him credit.
And Megatron is powerful enough to bash his way through military-grade submarines and aircraft carriers as if they're not even there, and fast enough to traverse the galaxy in a matter of hours.
Optimus himself has even flown off into space.
Are you going to elaborate?
It's called a dramatic pause, not boomstick. Give me a second. It was fast!
It was shown as capable of flying from Earth to Cybertron in, well, we don't actually know, but the longest it could have been was 5 years. Cybertron is known to have been outside of the solar system at the start of the film. So, if we were to assume Optimus went to just beyond the Kyber Belt in that time, he would have been traveling at an excess of 9 times the speed of light.
It's fast-ish. Though whether Prime's reactionary and combat speed scales is dubious. He is, though, at least fast enough to dodge missile and gunfire with relative ease, and keep up with other Cybertronians, who are more than capable of fighting at full travel speed. So it's not unreasonable either.
But speed isn't all Prime is packing. He has enough firepower to down Cybertronians as powerful as Blackout in a short span. And Blackout was powerful enough to create shockwaves that can destroy air bases and wipe out multiple aircraft in a single shot, worth over 11 tons of TNT.
That's enough to destroy? Oh no, it looks like a car or something. Do I look like a fucking expert to you?
What's wrong with you today?
I'm very angry.
But even then, with his flight back, he was more than capable of tearing through the driller and killing it with no problem.
The heroic slaughter of innocent sisters deserving of praise.
Yes, this innocent little building-destroying monster bot, measuring over 1,000 feet long. At its size and the speed it moves, it would generate over 1 kiloton of TNT just by existing. Even more impressively was the time Prime destroyed its master Shockwave in only a single punch. Shockwave was so durable, he could survive being launched from space into Earth hot enough to cause the real-life Tunguska event, an enormous explosion that occurred in Russia, estimated to have been equivalent to 12 megatons of TNT.
Enough to yabba dabba doo!
Okay, Fred Not Wiz, Not J Wizard Flintstone, I lost that some. Hold on.
That's my full name now, apparently. I'm making that cannon!
Is your last name Flintstone or Wizard then?
It sure is.
Sure is rich!
Optimus Prime is a capable warrior, but for all that bluster, he isn't necessarily perfect. He's died more than once, and by that I mean he's died once, but another time he got really close to dying, so that counts kinda?
Yeah, he died, we do that all the time. But he got better with the Matrix of plot convenience.
I prefer the Matrix movie.
And while he's certainly powerful, he has been overpowered several times. Oh, how the turntables.
Relatable. Also, he has twice just been, like, calcified or something? I don't know, left cold and crusty and looked like a real sack of shit. Crazy.
Also, he's prone to brainwashing.
If by brainwashing you mean having a weird robot lady person paint a red line on the side of his face and give him contact lenses and tell him his name is Optimus Prime, how else am I supposed to explain that's literally what happened?
Hey, isn't there Mrs. Prime with his channel?
No! Overall, Optimus Prime is a powerful fighter, but not one without flaws. Arguably though, his biggest flaw was how he lost his way, the death of his fighters and his friends taking a toll on his mind and his will until he became no different to the Decepticons he once fought. He killed a man!
Until the intervention of one Kate Yeager helped him return to who he was, the leader of the Autobots and the greatest mass-murdering hero of the galaxy.
Make Mark Wahlberg make some motherfucking money!
I am Optimus Prime, and I send this message to any surviving Autobots taking refuge among the stars. We are here. We are waiting.
The year was 2015, and the world was under siege for the most dangerous thing known to man: rampant bullying.
It was crazy! Cyberbullying was in the rise, and kids everywhere were getting bullied at school and in their own houses too! Horrible. Could anybody possibly arrive to save the day? Was there any man that could accomplish the task of saving the world?
Well, there was someone who was pretty cool, but he was no man. He was the one, the only, Cool Cat.
There he is!
Standing at Jesus! He's a fucking 8 feet tall, what the fuck? And weighing slightly more than he used to if that beer gut is anything to go by. Cool Cat is the son of Mama Cat and Daddy Derek, and the coolest cat to ever exist.
That's right, now Wiz.
Never say that again. My pain is immeasurable, my heart is broken, and I have had an entire day ruined by your disgusting horrible reference. But also I like quirky bacon.
Living somewhere in California, Cool Cat is the best friend of everyone that's cool, and loves all kids and babies. Dogs are also his friends, except that one.
Yeah, he kinda dirty. Cool Cat isn't always a fighter, and as such he rarely has any standard equipment. But he is known to have a phone, markers, and his own car, the Cool Cat Convertible. A vehicle that gives away that apparently he has an entire airline named after him?
No, just a plane.
The Cool Cat Harrier. Spelled wrong, of course, and holy shit! The big stick! It's real! What? Why? Ah!
The Harrier jump jet is a VTOL aircraft capable of a maximum flight speed of 735 miles per hour, or nearly the speed of sound. And it can be equipped with various forms of anti-vehicle and anti-personnel missiles, rockets, and bombs.
Okay. Very exciting. But how exactly powerful is Cool Cat without it? No fucking area. Well, Cool Cat was able to survive Butch the Bully reportedly kicking sand in his face. But how do we determine the energy of this? Well, Nemesis loses half a brain cell. Scaling Cool Cat to the known height of Daddy Derek and measuring the size of the sandcastle, the force needed to violently fragment this would be equivalent to, say it with me, 1 kilojoule of energy.
Crazy.
Enough to destroy a sandcastle.
He's so fast, he can even cross the width of a road in only 18 seconds. At 3.7 meters wide, the average drone being crossed at that time requires an insane speed of 0.2 meters per second, or nearly an entire half of a mile per hour.
Which isn't nearly as impressive as when he then jumped over 10 candies and a book worth of distance in only 1 second.
Measuring the book and a real-life liquid soul source, because that's the only candy we had on hand, this would be a distance of a whopping 40 centimeters.
Holy fuck!
Meaning Cool Cat can jump at 0.4 meters per second, or nearly 0.9 miles per hour. But that still isn't as impressive as when he capped with a walking speed of Derek Savage, likely the same speed as the average human, or around 3 to 4 miles per hour.
Holy fuck!
He's also so strong he was able to beat up coronavirus, and even destroy the devious Dirty Dog's witch dog powered coronavirus bill so hard, it exploded!
He also literally defeated the entire coronavirus in his fight with them. And the entire coronavirus, like every fucking virus and together, is worth like, I don't know, a Coke bottle? He probably got that from all the exercise he isn't good at doing, and clearly dropped off of, doing.
But there's more to Cool Cat than meets the eye.
In actuality, Cool Cat is an eldritch being born from the unholy matrimony of a copyright knowledge liberated human being and an anthropomorphic cat of the identical physical appearance.
What?
He's a fucking furry!
Oh, it's worse. Cool Cat is so powerful, he is able to break into his father's car, and even drive his Cool Cat convertible without a license, meaning he's more than capable of breaking the law.
And if we take that to heart, that would allow him to break all laws, including laws of war, allowing him to break the Geneva Conventions. Something he can do due to the amount of weapons wielded by his father readily available in his house. Cool Cat can also commit genocide and commit crimes against humanity.
This even allows the usage of high-powered laser weaponry and nuclear missiles, the most powerful of which was the Tsar Bomb, a Russian nuke with a yield of 50 megatons of TNT.
It was so strong its shockwaves traveled across the world 3 times. A feat almost as potent as his ability to break the laws of physics itself.
These laws include Newton's 3 laws, allowing Cool Cat to move from a stationary position without an enacting force, throw things that stop in midair without force acting against them, and punch harder than his mass and acceleration should allow, harder even than his own body should be able to take, by his attack potency exceeding the equal and opposite reactions of his strike.
He can break the Coulomb's law, allowing him to increase the attraction between himself and his opponent, inversely proportional to the distance and charge, giving him telekinesis. Hooke's law, allowing him to increase the extension of a spring regardless of tension. And Bernoulli's principle, allowing him to move fluids and gas faster without decreasing pressure. It's code fuck.
And most importantly, he can break the laws of conservation of mass and energy, allowing Cool Cat to freely create and destroy matter and energy. And with this, he can also break the laws of special relativity and the given Planck statement, allowing him to directly convert heat energy and work energy equally into one another, and the second law of thermodynamics giving him unlimited stamina.
He can use these powers to summon Comic Sans font text in the real world, a distracting power that can make opponents run into it and fall over. Given he can break any law, he can also say extremely offensive words with the text, such as... well, I'm not gonna say them and get cancelled.
He can use his powers on phones to summon them in his hand, answer them without touching, and switch them to speaker immediately. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that helps.
He sends his own hands to the point of hearing silent people from across his house, changing his voice when seeing, and being able to speak multiple languages.
He can also knock over a picture frame and fix it between shots, meaning he can likely rewind time by 3 seconds with the people outside him.
Time, huh? Thanks for that!
Don't say it.
Okay, Cool Cat also has a complete omniscient knowledge of the immediate location of all vehicles in the vicinity, allowing him to cross a road without looking both ways.
He somehow can use a single crayon to draw a bunch of colors, meaning he can likely manipulate the entire electromagnetic spectrum of visual light.
He's also unable to blink, usually, which means he can sleep when awake and astrally project his soul into an alternate dimension of reality known as Dreamland. Within this realm, he's able to conjure images of Butch the Bully and punch them in the face, as well as have a drug withdrawal in his wardrobe.
And he break the fourth wall. Neat, huh? But his most potent abilities begin with the capacity to mentally dominate the minds of countless children to force them to cheer for him in the Hollywood parade, which allows him to summon children whenever he needs them to tell him about things happening, such as when there's a bully who stores someone's candy and he's right there!
He's powerful enough to glue things on paper hard enough to imprint them onto the page like ink. And just being too close to other furries causes reality to distort and fragment, even cutting his knees off, which he regenerated from.
With his powers, he has shown to be comparable to Derek Savage, who can destroy the planet, and is faster than Mike, who narrowly dodged a car. He's even capable of running fast enough to bend the light around him and distort the fabric of existence itself.
But even that is nothing compared to the power of his remote control. With this, he was able to completely change the world around him with the press of a button, and summon whatever he wants.
He has created worlds of color and worlds containing entire stars.
The gravitational binding energy of the average star is worth around 136 tenatons of DFT.
He can change his size, make the LA skyline, summon hyperspace travel, balls, fireworks, shiny bubbles, the desert, clouds, bull paddles to spin, flowers, the platonic constant of love, snow, diamonds, the American flag, key balls, the White House, and he can even erase the existence of a microphone stand.
Holy shit! This guy sounds like he has no weaknesses!
Well, he is a fucking moron. He can't tell when Butch the Bully is right in front of him across the road, needing to summon for the random kid just to find him, and ask Derek Savage for writing advice. What an idiot.
Hey! Don't you talk, Cool Cat! He's my mum's, spinach!
I'm Cool Cat, and I'm gonna protect the kids!
Alright, the weapons are ready and the combatants are set. Let's end this very influential debate once and for all.
It's time for the death battle! Wow! I can't wait to check my emails! Oh no! An email from someone I don't know! I should open it up and see what it says! I'm going to bully you, sincerely Optimus Prime! Oh no! I'm being bullied! Identify yourself!
My name is Optimus.
Oh no, Maria! It's one of the red sussy boys! Remember, never trust the red sussy boys!
I'm actually red, blue, a bit of black, and a moderate of gray, actually. And it's payback time. Fight!
There he is!
Did you see that? That boy kicked sand in Cool Cat's face! Wow, a green screen!
Oh, that hurts my feelings.
Hey, you got a phone call!
Oh, a phone call? Hello? Who's this? Fine then. Ah!
I told that it's bad! The wind blew the bullet back into his face!
My daddy always says, what goes around comes around.
That should do it.
You don't have any friends, and that's not cool! My friends in the Communist Party of Russia colluded and gave me this! Take this! Let's see what I can do with this!
Give me your face!
Yeah! Here! Hold it! Whoa.
Wing pack activate!
Look at Lobster! Woogie woogie!
Dang! My attempts aren't working! I know! I'll get to him mentally! You're mine! Alright, how about I summon my friends from the Hollywood Parade? Time, huh? Wait, where did he go?
Hey, a robot just started his truck and he's right there!
Damn,
Not bad. I'm just better.
if I must fall, then I'll make you stop standing! Wait, hold on. Ah!
I don't know, Prime. Being a blockbuster can't be that hard. I mean, I'm the most intelligent cable furry on the planet. I'm not playing blockbuster film. All this time, I've been playing indie. Cool Cat loves to boogie woogie!
Looks like I was too hot for this cool cat.
Awesome. Wow, looks like Cool Cat just wasn't cool enough for Prime.
Punch for the end, you fucking idiot! Anyways, look! We know what you're thinking. How the hell could Optimus Prime stop somebody who can control the laws of reality and holds enough power to destroy suns?
Well, here's the thing. Optimus Prime also is capable of breaking the law. Not only has he committed several acts of first-degree murder, he also drove through Beijing as a model truck too heavy to legally be allowed on the roads.
And let's just say Optimus Prime has achieved and scaled to some pretty impressive feats.
First off, Optimus can avoid Cool Cat's omniscience by transforming, as he no longer qualifies as a vehicle. But also, why must some crazy hacks?
He scales to Megatron, who could phase through the Lincoln Monument, and Bumblebee, who was able to teleport multiple times between shots.
He also used and later upgraded the parts of Jetfire. He was able to punch over a door from the Smithsonian that led directly to the Aerospace Boneyard, which are extremely far away, meaning he punched hard enough to create a pull from Washington, D.C. to Arizona, over 2,224 miles.
He also directly scales to Shia LaBeouf. He was so strong that in his fight with Dylan, he was able to punch hard enough to distort time and alter the position of a clock in the distance. Literally punching so hard, time itself was affected.
Also, Megatron was so strong, he could hit a submarine so hard that the exact same hit happened years later in The Last Night. Revenge of the Fallen takes place in 2009, while Last Night claims to take place 1,600 years after 484 AD, or 2084, meaning Megatron can punch you so hard that the exact same punch will hit you again 75 years later.
And that's not even mentioning Michael Bay scaling.
Is that even canon?
Not Boomstick! Optimus Prime has survived video games that break continuity, a comic that is non-canon, and a whole movie that is both a reboot and a prequel at the same time. What the fuck does canonicity matter to him?
Oh,
Michael Bay was so powerful he was able to destroy the solar system by ramming all the planets into the sun and sandwiching Derek Savage between them. Meaning Michael Bay objectively is more powerful than Derek, and we know that Optimus has to scale. As Michael Bay is seen in the plane Optimus was early in the second movie, meaning he wasn't strong enough to stop the Decepticons like Prime was.
and this is consistent. According to official media, the Decepticon Blackhead is able to produce a 900 decibel sonic strike, which doesn't sound impressive, but keep in mind how decibels increase logarithmically. This level of decibels would be equivalent to 10 octodecillion joules or 100 teraflow, enough to destroy multiple solar systems in a single shot. Cool Cat tried to think of the optimal strategy, but he was all spark and no bite against the savagely cool Optimus Prime.
The winner is Optimus Prime.
Thank you for 20k.
20k? Oh, like 20 of these nuts in your mouth!
So, hey everyone, this is just an after the episode special thank you while the fan art that people made goes by on screen. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to say some thank yous. Obviously, thank you to all 20,000 plus people that have subscribed. Do I need to say it means a lot to me? I almost feel like I'm insulting you by implying you didn't know beforehand that it means a lot to me. But yeah, it means a lot to me that many people would choose to watch my rubbish. This was a very special episode for me to make because usually jokes like this die out real quick, where me and Huand will just joke about a matchup and then like years later we'll do it and the joke's not funny to us anymore. But this is different. This joke between just me and him, I don't know if it's funny to anyone else, was always kind of funny. You know, it was such a ridiculous concept. Optimus Prime, specifically this one version of him, versus Cool Cat of all things. And Cool Cat is, despite the quality of the film, a film that my friend group just generally, my real life friend group, so like me, Huan, James, Less So Tyrant, all love, for how choice it is, we'll say. It's actually the last film we watched together in 2021. So yeah, I'm going to do my thank you. So first off, thank you to everyone who personally helped with the episode. So obviously thank you to Huand, my co-host, helped write the episode, helped come up with a lot of the ridiculous ideas that we had, like stupid concepts based on what was happening on screen. He helped me come up with like the main joke format for the episode, like how the joke would be told. So obviously big thanks to him. Thanks to James for animating the hand-drawn segments of the animation. We don't usually have those. And I thought, because Cool Cat means a lot to him, right? I thought that this would be like the perfect opportunity to go, do you want to help? You know, do you want to help with the animation? And yeah, he did. And yeah, it was really cool. And it was just cool to have him. He also made it so that there was some actual Cool Cat audio in the animation, which I just thought ended up being so funny to me that I just kept it. I want to thank, I'm going to say the name wrong, Mige. Guy called Miguel, and a lovely gal called Phantom Falcon, who helped with some calculations related to the episode. And that was very helpful. Obviously, goes without saying. Thank you both for that. There's also a British monarch, whose name I cannot say, who helped greatly with some Transformers-related stuff. I like to think of myself someone who's very knowledgeable on Transformers, but he is, like, if we were to make a tier list, the same tier, at the very least, maybe higher. And he knows a lot too, so he was a great help as well. I want to say that's everyone. Oh no, and thank you to Psydude for the trailer that was used for the episode. God, this is going on for a while, I don't know. But yes, and then obviously I want to thank just some of the friends that I've had along the way. Obviously, everyone there, you've been a great friend helping out with this. Thank you to everyone else in Australia, in the Aussie crew, that are just good friends overall. Thank you to Biffweed, very good friend in the Vez community. Thank you to Kitty for just being overall a great person to make my day better whenever we talk. I'm definitely forgetting a few people. I'm not even forgetting, it's just like, I don't want to name everyone because it would take too long. I don't want to exclude everyone. Why have I put this stress on myself? If we talk a lot on Discord or anywhere, then thank you for being a friend, for just being there, but for someone for me to talk to, for me to spend time with while I'm working, so I don't just feel lonely while I do my work on this YouTube thing. Thank you to all of you who have just helped by being a good friend. I'm gonna let the rest of the fan art play. Obviously, thank you to everyone who sent that in. Who sent something in, and thank you to everyone who perhaps would have wanted to, but didn't in time. I did give people a whole extra week of time that was not necessary to do it, which I also used to make sure there were no like editing errors that slipped through. Because sometimes it's good to just sit on a project you finished just to double check afterwards that it's all good. And if anything has slipped through, I'm gonna feel like a right git. But I've taken up enough of your time with just this length of the video. Please have a good one, everyone. Take care of yourself, and here's to whatever milestone we end up hitting next.